my Atlanta, y'all. I'm losing my mind. So I just went and got a second root canal. I have so many notes. I have so many things to say. I don't know where to start. I walk in there and they basically tell me it's gonna be like $700. That's what my insurance didn't cover. Which is so annoying that you pay $70 a month for dental insurance and then you don't use it. And then 8-9 months later, after you've paid $70, I don't even know the math on that because I just swallowed so much chloroform that I don't even know what planet I'm on. But yeah, so it's like basically they're like, oh, pay for dental insurance and then we'll cover part of it. Instead of basically paying the company that's gonna do your root canal the whole money, you're paying us part of the money. And then you're paying them the rest of the money. And we're paying for it. So it's like, what the fuck is the point? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is the point? I've spent my brain's not working. So it's about $700. I have accumulated my payments to Delta Dental, right? So that they would pay half of my dental surgery, which would have been $1,400. But instead, I had to pay $700. I didn't save any money. I didn't save any money. What is the point? When you really do the math, there's literally no point. It's just you paid part of it over time and then you paid the other half all in one instead of paying it all in one. So, oh my God, bro. So I'm having a full-on mentee bee in the office because they're telling me how much it's going to cost. And I know that my dad, who spent $4,000 on my last root canal because I didn't have dental insurance and it was really expensive where I went for some reason. This place is extremely reasonable in comparison. But I think it's maybe that the retreatment of a root canal is cheaper than the original root canal. I don't fucking know. All I know is that it sucks. I don't want to have a root canal to begin with. And if I had the money to pay for the root canal, I'd be pissed off spending the money on it. But it's somehow worse because my dad has to pay for it. And I'm not going to go into a whole spiel and breakdown of my shit with my dad. But let's just say he has been abusive and an asshole to me, and he has traumatized the shit out of me. And so anytime I have to deal with my dad, especially when it comes to money, it is very triggering and traumatic and makes me relive every memory of my childhood of him yelling at me and getting angry that my existence cost him money, even though he's the one who nutted in my mom 28 years ago. So that's fun. And the fact that it's triggering because my mom was a nurse. So anytime I'm in a setting where people are wearing gloves, putting needles in my body, I just think about my mom because throughout my childhood and my teen years and my early adult years, my mom would give me IVs when I was sick. She would give me medication when I was sick. She would take care of me. She would go to the hospital with me and make sure that those bitches took good care of me because she knows that medical negligence is a thing. And she knows that if they know that I'm her daughter, that they're more likely to give me the kind of care that a human being should have in the first place. So it's just, it's exceedingly triggering to deal with this whole situation on so many levels. And then you get into the meat and potatoes of the fact that it's almost Mother's Day, right? Which is before my mom's anniversary of her killing herself. Which this is the first year of the 3 years she's been dead that I knew that she killed herself. So now it's the first year that I'm going through this anniversary of her death, which was right before my birthday, mind you. She chose to kill herself right before my birthday. Love her down. And then you add on the fact that it's about to be my birthday, which is the third year I've had to live knowing that my birthday falls right after my mom killed herself and died. And my family will never be the same. And everything's so heavy. And then you add on the fact that they were playing her favorite music on the speaker system while I'm sitting there sobbing, and I have tears in my ears, which Tears for Fears was one of her favorite bands, and I know she's looking down laughing her ass off at the fact that I had tears in my ears. And they're putting chloroform in my mouth, and it's burning my tongue, and it's burning my mouth, and then it's going into the back of my throat and pooling, because I am naturally trained to not swallow while I'm getting dental work done, because there's usually chunks and bits of all this stuff, like, and then they suck it out of your... Anyway, they had one of those rubber dental dam things in that only allows them to work on one tooth and the rest of the stuff. But it was, the chloroform was soaking through the rubber, or the whatever it is. I don't know what it is, but it was burning me, and it tasted sweet, but it was like jet fuel. It was like sweet jet fuel, and then it was pooling in the back of my throat, and then I made the mistake of swallowing because I didn't know it could soak through, and then I was like like dying. Mind you, this whole time I'm weeping, and they're like, do you need a break? Do you need a minute? And I'm like, no, I just want to get this over with, to be honest, because I have an infection I've been fighting for 9 months. 9 whole months that I've been suffering with an infection in my skull, like in this part of my body, and it was causing sinus pressure, and then I got a cold, so I have a whole upper respiratory thing going on, and they said that there could be pus in there and all kinds of stuff. I was like, and they're like, if there's pus, you're gonna have to come back another day. And I'm like, so I'm gonna have to have 3 root canals? And then I told them I couldn't breathe at a certain point, and they were like, no, you're gonna be fine, because the thing, like, with the block, you'll be able to breathe through your nose and your mouth. And I was like, I'm talking about the fact that I'm crying so hard that my sinuses and my throat and my nostrils and everything is full of phlegm and mucus. And then she kept telling me, okay, she's taking the x-rays, and she's like, move your head down. And mind you, I'm in a chair against it like this. My head is down as far as it goes. And she's like, okay, can you move your head down? I was like, no, I can't move my head down. And then she's like, oh, okay, can you sit up a bit so that you can move your head? And I was like, there you go. There's the way that you were supposed to tell me to do that, was scoot my butt to the back of the chair so that I'm not like this and I'm like this. I had a whole panic attack, and then I cried my eyes out about my dead mom and the pressure of living in a world without her, because she was the person who always had everything figured out. She was the person who, when you were going through a hard time and you were confused and you were lost and you didn't know what to do, you could go to her. And now my emergency contact is gone, and now it's my dad, who I grew up wishing he would die, because I hated him so much and I wanted him to just go away, because he hurt me and my mom and my brothers so much that I just wanted him to go away. And now he's the only person that I can call when I have a tooth infection. I don't have anyone else in my life who I can... And I hate it. And so I just wanted to share that so I could get it off my chest. For no other reason. Only that. Just so I could just share that experience, because it was ridiculous. It was so funny though, because I was literally hearing the Mazzy Star song Fade Into You, and then it came on, and I was listening to Cocteau Twins in my car. I don't even ever listen to Cocteau Twins, but they came on shuffle, and I'm sitting in my car scarfing down a pupusa, because I knew I was about to be sitting in this chair struggling, fighting for my life for an hour and some change, and I knew that I was gonna be so miserable if I didn't eat a pupusa before. But I was late because I had to take care of 3 naked cats, a geriatric 20-year-old chihuahua, a regular chihuahua, a rescue from Skid Row, and a giant, crazy, emotionally irregular, dysregulated, hyper emotional vocal German Shepherd. And I had to clean up so much. I'm over it. And I have to go to band rehearsal tonight, and I got stood up.